Rick Dollar with the Rick Dollar Show. Man, I'll never get used to saying that, Chris Davis.
I'm sure of it. Must be nice.
Hey, I got Chris Davis on the show with me today. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm fine. It's a beautiful day here where I live, and I'm talking to Rick Dollar, so it couldn't be any better.
Well, you called me Howard Stern a few minutes ago, and
And I was like, man, there's a lot of questioning. I'm thinking, oh Lord, here we go.
the king of all bluegrass media.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Come on.
Oh man, Chris, you've been doing pretty good here lately. You got a lot of things happening in your life, and we were at the Pigeon Forge Bluegrass Festival there a few months ago, and
Yeah.
great place to be. I mean, it was a wonderful show, and it's going to go to 2 days next year, which is
Oh,
great.
no kidding. That's
Yeah.
great.
So, but we've kind of broke a news story while we were there, and I could have kicked myself for not being live that day, but
Uh,
this was going to be like your last day with the Grascals, and
yeah, it was.
you were moving to Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers, and I've been kicking myself for like the whole time since we talked. Um, but I'm just gonna, if it's okay with you, I just want to ask some questions and let you kind of air it out and put it where it needs to be. Is that cool?
Sure, sure. We'll let
All
everyone know.
right. We want them all to know. But
Sure.
is there a specific reason that you did that? We don't want to delve into anything negative, but
No.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of people that want to know. Why,
Sure. Well,
why
you
did
know
you
what?
do
I'll say this to begin with.
it? Mm-hmm.
I loved making music with the Grascals. My goodness, it was so much fun. We had a lot of fun, and we made a lot of good music. Made some records, and I made some dear friends for life,
Mm-hmm.
and to this day. So it's a great thing. And at the time, financially for me, I needed something that was paying more,
Mm-hmm.
and the Grascals just weren't there, I guess, at that time to be able to provide that. And that's okay. I mean, it's a great band, and they are it's not like they pay minuscule wages. I'm not advocating that at all. I just I got a family and to take care of, and this is what I do for a living. Is I play music and record records, and the Lord has gave that to me as I believe is my livelihood, and I'm so thankful for it. I don't want to ever take it for granted, and I hope that clears it up.
Oh yeah.
It's in a nutshell. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
I think people are gonna say, hey, okay, that's why he did it, and
Yeah, yeah, that's not
that's
nothing.
good.
Yeah, nothing negative at all. And Joe and these guys I'm working with, I love it. They're a great bunch of guys. Joe's a great picker. He just won Spigma Banjo Player of the Year.
I know.
Congrats, buddy. And the band, Adam McIntosh, Jason Berry, Randy Barnes, Elijah Doty is our sound guy. Man, we're just having so much fun together. Everybody is. And ticking along, making records, and doing what I love. I'm
Well,
blessed.
you have no doubt about it. You got this new tune coming out on RBR. It's called Worth a Shot. And is there any kind of little backstory you might have for that song that maybe we could key everybody in on?
Yeah, man, I've got a great story here.
Awesome.
Usually, when we're looking for material and this and that, Billy and I are in contact, Billy Droz, and pretty heavy. And on this one here, evidently I was like, man, I like this song, or Billy One liked it. And I went to the studio and he pulls this number up, and I'm like, man, I don't remember this. I didn't remember nothing from it. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, man, I recorded it that day, and I'm telling you, I think this is a great song, and I hope it works good for me. I'm pretty happy with it, and I know they are. So, it's I can't wait. I guess, when is it released? Do you remember when it was released? When it will be?
Tomorrow.
What? That's amazing. I'll have to get on social media here in a bit and do some. Yeah.
That's all right, buddy.
All right.
I think it's released to radio tomorrow. I better get specific on here since I'm the king of all bluegrass media
I
in
mean,
Chris Davis's eyes. So
stay in check, everybody. Stay in check.
All right. Well, yeah, that sounds like a good thing for
Oh man.
for everybody at RBR, for Chris Davis, and for Joe Mullins and Radio Ramblers, and everybody. They're going to have a. I mean, you're just you're strung like a banjo some days, man, because you're. I don't think there's enough hours in the day for you.
Well, you know what? This week
You
coming
know.
up, yeah, it's this following week that's coming after this. Yeah, it's a pretty heavy week. We're going to do a video with Joe in Nashville for our next single. I actually got to do. I'm recording on a record with Robert Hale. He's doing another solo album, so I'm going to go play mandolin on that. I think maybe sing on it, and I have photos for this new CD got to take, and then we're doing the video. So, and then I'm going to go record on my record and try to finish it up so we can get this dude out by spring.
That's good. That's good,
Yeah,
man.
that's what's happening this week or next week rather.
See, you don't have enough hours in the day, boss. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I think you're going to be fine, sir.
I,
Sometimes
I hope so.
decisions we make in our life, sometimes we look back at them and we're like, man, I hope I did the right thing at the right time. And you
Ain't
know,
that the truth?
we're never going to do that, of course.
Right, man. The Lord leads us, and
Exactly.
if you listen anyway.
Yeah, I got you, man. No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Well, I like what you're doing with RBR. I like that they're giving you the opportunity to do what Chris wants to do.
Yeah, working with Billy, I've probably said this before, but he he as far as being a producer, that
Mm-hmm.
got the best out of me every time I'm around him, and every time we lay a vocal track down or mandolin or whatever, the guy always gets the best out of me, and I can't be thankful enough for that because you need somebody like that sometimes in your corner saying, "Hey man, let's do it like this," or maybe try it
Mm-hmm.
like this, and you're capable of it. You just didn't think of it like that,
Right.
and that's great when you have people like that around.
How long have you known Billy?
I met Billy when I worked with Marty Raven. It was probably in 2014. He was,
Wow.
yeah, he was out running around with us some, and I think Billy had been working with Shenandoah some, maybe doing some singing there or something. I can't remember to be honest, but I know he was out with those guys, and that's how I met him. So it's been a while, yeah. And he even told me at one point, he's like, "Man," he said, "come down, see me. We'll do a record."
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why it ever took me so long to actually kick myself in the rear, but we did what we did and we made it happen, man. I'm telling you, he made it happen, and I guess I felt like I was just along for the ride.
Well, talking about doing things at the right time, it's just that's all it can be, Chris, is just doing it at the right time.
Sometimes it is that it's about doing it on the Lord's time, and I don't know if I
Mhm.
was ready to do it before, maybe not. So now I am, and I'm ready to get her fixed up.
That's it, buddy.
Oh
Well,
man.
what does it look like for Chris Davis in the future? I mean, I know you're doing stuff with RBR with this solo thing. You're working with Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers. You
Uh-huh.
got this great new single coming out, which um, just if you don't tell anybody, I've already heard it, so it's
Oh yeah, oh, good, good.
primo. So, but what else could happen, man? I mean, what else you got in the
But
works that you want to talk
Mark,
about?
it's the wonderful world of bluegrass, if you will. And I'm pretty content right now. And I usually when I'm content and things are good, I'll hang around, man,
Mhm.
because it makes sense. But I've always dreamed of having my own band one day and carrying it on the road and doing that. So you never know just when that'll happen because hey, it is life, and I enjoy what I do. It's like I say, I'm trying to take care of my family, and
Mhm.
hey, that's what it boils down to. And like I say too, though, I really love playing with Joe Mullins and those guys. I'll be there for a good piece.
I got you. Now I've noticed a lot of things now. I used to work in Bristol with the ACMA, and we worked a lot with ETSU. So I've seen a lot of these new guys coming up, man, green as a gourd, but man, when Dan and those guys get done with them at ETSU, they are ready to go. And
Yeah, a lot of those gotten jobs with pros.
that's it. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
there's so many good artists and good musicians coming up right now, and they're going from country to coming back to bluegrass.
man, they're spongy as all get out. This young
Mm,
generation, they pick it up just like that, and it's great. It's what we need. We need this to go and have
mm,
go on, because that's what's going to carry bluegrass forward. Is that younger generation, and man, I'm happy with it. They got their own take on it, just like we did.
that's right.
Going to continue to evolve. So you got to get on board with it, or you can stay and listen to whatever. It's up to everybody. And that's my favorite thing about it, is you don't have to just listen to bluegrass, man. You can
Mm.
listen to what you want to, and I'll still be your friend. That's right.
Well, okay. I'm not going to work on doing an opera show anytime soon because bl- bluegrass is a lot more fun to me. I got more friends on this
I,
side of the ball.
I understand. I understand.
All right, brother. I will let you get back to your illustrious day, and
All right.
thank God for you and everybody else in this business. Is y'all keeping it interesting? I'll put it that way.
Well, man, I'm glad to know it. Anytime I can get on here with you is a good day for me.
Oh yeah, brother. I appreciate you so much.
And likewise, I appreciate you.
All right, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.
See ya.